Hey there, Ryan with you again for another tips and tutorials video. And today we're going to tell you a bit about how to effectively photograph fireworks. Fireworks aren't the easiest thing to photograph, but we're going to give you a few tips. The first thing you'll need without question is a tripod like I have here. Whether you have a compact camera or a DSLR, a tripod is an absolute necessity. Because fireworks photos require longer shutter speeds, you can't handhold your camera unless you want the fireworks to look like a big squiggly mess. So make sure, as always, that you turn off the image stabilization feature of your camera or lens when using a tripod. There's a lot of trial and error involved with fireworks, so be prepared for some early disappointment. But it's easy to adjust your game plan so that you can quickly get great photos. To find a good spot, you'll want to step way back to make sure that you get a wide view of the scene. Being right under the fireworks usually means you'll end up cropping a lot of them off in your photos as you'll be way too close. If you have a compact camera, most of them are equipped with a fireworks scene mode like this Fuji that I have here. It automatically sets the shutter speed to 2 seconds to capture the trails of the fireworks as they fall from the sky. And it also increases the saturation to make them look more vivid. Now a DSLR like I have here is a much better choice for shooting fireworks, as you're not limited to decisions that the camera will make for you. Shooting in manual mode is the way to go for sure. First, set your ISO really low, down to like 100 or 200. Your first instinct might be to set it higher, to something like 1600 since we're shooting at night. But seeing as how we're exposing for the fireworks and not the landscape, you can use a lower ISO setting since the fireworks are very bright. Next, you can set your aperture. If you want thicker streaks, set the aperture to a wider setting like f2.8 or f4. And if you want really thin, fine streaks of light, set the aperture to f11 or f16. If you're not sure, just put it on f8 and cross your fingers. Lastly, set your shutter speed. You're going to want at least a couple of seconds for each exposure to capture the streaks of light as they fall. I usually find that anywhere between 8 to 15 seconds works pretty well, as it will let me capture multiple bursts of fireworks all in one shot. Keep in mind though that the aperture and shutter speed work together to let light into the camera, so you may have to make multiple adjustments to both settings to ensure your photos look perfect. Just play around with it and have fun. Most fireworks shows can last about 15 to 20 minutes, so you've got lots of time to get the settings right. Now, what will you do with those photos once you've shot them? Well, I'd suggest enlarging them and having them printed on our pearl paper. The pearl finish has kind of a metallic sheen to it, which makes the vivid colors of the fireworks really pop. That's all for today. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to blacks.ca for more videos.